What's good, y'all? Glad y'all made it. Happy New Year. Hope everybody, friends, family doing well. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to Fold. Today we got... How many topics we talking about today?
3.
We got 3 topics for y'all.
All right.
First things first, though, right? Y'all already know I'm about to win, so we're not even going to question that.
This is how we starting off the new year?
This is how we starting off the new year.
Nah, not with that energy.
Well, we'll see.
This is exactly how we starting off.
We'll see how it's
I'll
looking.
tell you right now, I got fire in my hands. Just fold right now.
Mel, the top.
Oh, going. All right, so all jokes aside, right? This is actually very upsetting to read, but so apparently there was this lady on a plane. I believe she's 20 years old. She had a newborn and she abandoned it in the bathroom on the flight.
So, how do you even get that idea to just abandon the child on the flight? I get it, you're 20 years old. You probably, maybe didn't want to have the child. I don't know, but odds are that's what happened. And, you know, they panicked and said, all right, I need to get rid of this child.
Nah, but I ain't trying to hear
Why
no
is
panic.
that?
There was so many options.
Yeah, the thing is, she was pregnant for 9 months. So she's had a plethora of time to figure out what to do. If she knew she was going to keep the child, she easily could have had it and then, gave the child up to the state. But I don't know where she was flying to, because this decision was like, maybe it was just the going into labor scenario and everything, and maybe that's where the panic aspect came from. But it's just like, if she wasn't going to keep the child, I'm pretty sure she had this, it had to have been in her mind this whole time. Because she is 20, so that is a rough kind of perspective to think from, but dang, to just abandon the child like that.
I agree, like you said, that definitely was a premeditated action.
Yeah, forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, but I think she was flying to the Meridian capital of Port Louis after a flight from Madagascar.
Who knows why she did. Honestly, if you even resort to that type of method, you're not thinking straight in the first place.
Nah.
Like, I don't even know what to say about that. That's horrendous. And just what happened following that when they discovered the baby.
I can only imagine
Right.
just where was the baby abandoned?
In the
In
bathroom.
the bathroom?
The
Dang.
bathroom. An airplane bathroom at that.
You know how I'm saying.
A flight bathroom. First of all, them bathrooms is already dirty.
Yeah, they pretty
And
wild.
you left a newborn in there. And then you tried to deny it was yours on top of that.
Imagine strolling and you just hear the baby wailing. I'd be like, there's a baby on this flight?
Yeah, how did she even get away with that? First giving birth on the plane, which I'm assuming what happened. She gave
Oh, no,
birth
she
on the
didn't get
plane.
away with it. She a police custody.
Well,
Yeah, she
not
definitely.
in the moment.
Oh, in the moment.
Her giving birth, then going all the way to the plane bathroom,
Yeah.
and then putting the baby in the trash, but not a sound was made. Or maybe people just
That's what I
like,
was wondering. Did she have the
crying
baby mid-flight? Because that's what it sounds like. So she dashed to
it
the
sounds
bathroom,
like it.
had the baby, didn't know what to do, left the baby there, and then went incognito in the background.
that's what I'm guessing. And I just like, imagine, first of all,
Man.
imagine if you were sitting next to her. What would that be like all of a sudden? This woman gave birth and you didn't even know. Bro, that must have been the most.
I don't think she gave birth in her seat. I think it happened in the bathroom where she could leave the
Yeah,
baby
I'm
where
pretty
it's at.
sure she ran to the bathroom,
Bathroom,
had the baby.
Because that'll make more sense. You
And
can't
then-
be that obvious about it and then carry
Nah,
it to
it's
the
not like
bathroom,
her
come back
stomach is just
without it.
gonna go flat after having the child.
Well, yeah. And there's,
So-
like I said, there's.
That's why I could. She definitely.
Well,
went.
as I said before we started this, there has to be signs of pregnancy, right? There's got to be blood or something, water breaking or something that.
I mean,
would
if
expose
she was
her.
falling around her. That's it.
So it's just like, damn, this is how we're really starting off the New Year's.
Imagine.
I'm sorry, if we're gonna start off, I gotta give that energy. Hope the camera caught that.
All right, there we go. He already knew what was up.
But yeah, that whole situation is just ridiculous to me because it's like, again, first to think about that as a solution to, I guess, disposing of your child, and then to commit it, and seemingly, I guess, at first get away with it because it doesn't sound like initially passengers were too concerned about what happened. Maybe they just thought, oh, crying baby, I'm going back to sleep. Or maybe it could have just been a plane ride where the plane was empty. I don't know. But yeah, that is crazy. We're starting off 2022.
I'm not going to be surprised if when that son grow up there's some, or daughter. I forgot what they said it was. But I'm not going to be surprised if you get some resentment from that child later in the future for this. Like, that's just...
I mean, if the child even is aware of what happened to it. But ultimately, it's shoot. She, like I said, 9 months to really think about what to do with this child. And this was like, dude, the wildest decision you could
Oh, yeah.
make.
According to the sources, she had a son.
Yeah, it was a boy.
Yeah, man. But you thought if it was a girl, she'd be like, I'm
Like
gonna
I
keep
said,
it. I'm not gonna do that
gender
craziness.
doesn't
It don't even matter
It
which
doesn't
one it
matter.
was. That was
What
still
matters is
disrespectful.
the action
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
and the thought process going through.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, what do you think was going through her mind?
I don't
It's
know.
like, nah, I wanted a daughter. Like, nah.
I mean, what else is there?
Like,
She's just trying to
that's
duck
the thing.
responsibility.
Clearly, since she decided to dump the child, that's so
Right.
weird.
Yeah, what's the status of the mother and the son now? I heard they went
They're
to the
doing
hospital.
well. She was in police custody. She was supposed to be arrested for child abandonment after she gets out the hospital, and I guess the
Hold on,
child's
wait,
gonna be
wait.
taken from her.
Oof.
Two
nice.
pair.
I guess we are starting this New Year's off with a bang because this boy is cheating.
It's the thought process. Like I said, she could have easily had the child, carried the child off the flight, and then just gave it up to the state. She didn't have to do that if she didn't want to take, if she didn't want to take care of the child. There's many options. Not to just abandon a child in a state where it could die. You're gonna just birth a life and then leave it to die. Like,
I mean, personally, I already
bad.
feel like giving up your child anyway and not letting that child experience like the love of their mother and father if you could is already bad within itself. But to each their own. If that's your
yeah,
circumstance in
that's
your
it.
life,
Look, if you
it
have
is
the
what it
child,
is.
you can't take care of the child. You give the child up to say it is
at the
what it is.
bare minimum, right?
That's it. Some people just can't handle the weight of the scenario, and they decide to tough it out and have the child instead of getting rid of it.
Airplane
Everybody has
bathroom.
different perspectives on going about it. But if she was gonna abandon the child in the you know what I'm saying, in the airplane bathroom, it's just like, why did you even go through the entire process of having the child if this was your movement?
For all that, like,
It's so
I'm not
strange.
the biggest fan of these either, but
Nah.
surprised
So-
she ain't aborted.
That's
So,
what if she's gonna do
I'm
that,
surprised she
that-
didn't
that's
do
what
that.
I was thinking. If she's gonna do that, it's like, dang.
I mean, clearly she wasn't thinking right because you abandoned the baby. What you don't think they'll find you?
That's
Yeah.
too
Like,
much
do a
time to
DNA
think
test,
about it.
like-
Like Jaquan already said, that's way
Yeah,
too
that's what
much
I'm
time
saying.
to
She's not
think about
thinking
it.
right at all.
Nah,
It's
she
just,
was not.
I don't know if it was fair or whatever.
To me, I just feel terrible
Jaquan's
about the
still
child.
doing
At
some-
least the child survived. That's the good. The child survived. She ain't getting that baby. They gonna take that baby.
Oh, of course not. You have to do some psychiatric eval or whatever.
I hope the best for the baby. And
I hope the best for the mom as well. I hope
Yeah,
she
good
gets
luck
some
to
help,
her.
whatever
Yeah.
help she needs,
definitely.
and yeah, things get better for her.
Okay. Hit us with the next one, Doctor.
I don't even know how to intro this. This is bad. But so apparently this guy in Queens, right? I think he's about 28 years old. Rest in peace, by the way.
That's how it starts, huh?
Yo, Jaquan, you intro it, bro. I can't even. I don't.
Oh, the turnstile guy. Looks like somebody, the 28-year-old man ended up like jumping the turnstile in order to get, fair hiking, running past the train. And he ends up getting kind of caught up in the turnstile from trying to jump over it. And how it ended up is he ended up kind of stumbling and landed on his neck and broke his neck and died from this attempt to avoid the fare. Oh, man. And this happened January 2nd at like 6:45 in the morning. Dude hops a turnstile and he's gone.
It's sad because I know we all
Dang.
been there. Y'all could admit it. I know y'all been there too. Y'all hopped those
living in New
turnstiles
York,
at
got-
one point in your life.
Yeah,
Nah,
I ain't
but
never
come
been
It's
on,
there,
crazy
bro.
that it was
You died
that
for
easy.
275.
Right.
Damn.
That is wild. Yo, you know what we need to do? We also need to do a separate video about the positives that be happening because this is crazy. It's always so easy to find the negatives
Yeah.
at the beginning of
I
every
can
year.
see
This
Yo,
is-
look.
I'm just like, it's like I feel bad, but at the same time, it's like, my dude, like, so many other options. This is stuff I'm talking about. We talking about bad decisions.
That was just
Like, you know how rare it is to hear somebody died from jumping the stile, and it's not from like,
I don't even
a
have
cop
the right
scenario,
words for it. Like,
a cop scenario going kind of crazy, right? And then maybe there might have been a tussle or something. No, this guy solo dolo runs, trips, lands on neck.
exactly, it wasn't even like he was getting chased or nothing. It was just
28. Crazy.
I was just about to ask. Like, I
28.
assumed he wasn't in shape or
I don't know.
some type of
'Cause
disability.
I guess
or
we'll learn
something.
more about his identity as it goes along.
Yes.
But it's just,
cops didn't even want to reveal that yet, but obviously for good reason. Like, look what happened to him. It's just a sad case.
It's just wild. 6
Okay.
something in the morning.
You ain't even make it through the first month of the year yet. Like,
I can only imagine coming to
I
the
mean,
train to swipe. And you
my
just see a dude
condolences to
laid
his
out.
family. Rest in peace too. But
Yeah.
That just kind of shows you how fragile humans are, I guess.
not well. Some people.
I mean,
There's
the
some
same
people who
thing happened-
survived some crazy things, bro.
There
And
is
there's some
that,
people
too.
who died over
That
the
is true.
simplest. You know what I mean? Got a little bit of both.
But in terms of this, is just 275, and you gone forever. It's crazy. The smallest chump change. He didn't even go nowhere.
Yeah, man. You know.
He probably just woke up a couple minutes ago and hustled out.
Right.
Dang.
Starting the new year with work.
Oh, well, he was hopping the style, so.
I mean, people would hop the style just to hop it.
That's it.
So it don't really matter. Like,
They're not too, but.
I mean, I hopped one time and I had an unlimited.
exactly. It's the feeling. The New Yorker in you wants to jump that turnstile.
Jeez. I want to live.
That's all it takes.
I want
On the
to
edge.
live. On the edge? That's a unique.
Whoa, well.
Like I said, I've seen plenty of people hop the turnstile and face planted. Not farewell to this world. That just hurt.
Yeah, I know. That's all it takes, though. That's why you gotta live life to the fullest.
Depends on what you mean by that. There's a varying of fullest.
Well, you can never
I could live like
you can
a
never
king.
expect what's gonna happen tomorrow. Right?
No. So you
Like
could.
I say this all the time. Did you expect this to happen when you put your socks on in the morning?
Nah. I mean, this is a world where the unexpected happens all the time. But that's the intrigue of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
But this ain't what I mean by intrigue. This just pain.
Is there any more information we got on that article? 'Cause
Nah, that's it. All I can say is rest in peace.
I know that.
Be careful if you jump into turnstiles. Ain't no gonna stop you from doing it, but just do it at a different angle or take your time getting over it. It was 6 a.m. Ain't nobody was there.
Yo, for all that, you could step over. I'm not even that tall, and I did it.
I'm not advising that you do it.
Going out the step.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not about to
disclaimer.
incriminate myself.
I'm not advising that you do it. I'm just saying if you're gonna go for it, you might as well not be that reckless about it. Cause
I feel bad because I'm over here like, yeah, we all did it. We all know.
yeah, we all
did
did it.
Yeah, don't deny it.
I'm saying, I did that. I did that when I was underage. I was a minor. Don't arrest me. I appreciate.
I'm pretty sure we passed like the statute of limitations.
Oh,
I
a
got no
long
proof,
time
so.
ago. A long time.
So yeah, I ain't
I'm
worried
like
about
80
that.
years old, Jill.
Yeah, definitely. 5'3" and 80 years old. Yeah.
5'3".
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Struggling.
All right. So in other bad news for the year, what do we have? Come on.
My hand, terrible. High queen.
Damn.
High king.
J. Cole. Dante wins again.
Dang.
Oh wait, they can't see it. Hold up. Yeah, Dante wins with a high king.
That's BS, bro.
Take your chips.
Get him
You
out
have
of
to be
here.
salty about it, though, bro.
Yes, I had to be salty.
Brandon
about it.
decided to raise the pot. We all was
Herb.
like, Dante, topic number 3.
So, yeah, Jay Stash. Yeah, there's this rapper named Jay Stash, right? Apparently, he committed a murder. He was arguing with, I guess, his girlfriend at the moment, or ex, whatever the case may be. Obviously, the relationship's clearly over now. They're both gone. Rest in peace to both of them. He killed her, and then he immediately put the gun on himself. But he did this while her kids was in the house. They weren't present during the shooting, but when detectives came and the officers came, they had heard the gunshot, and they was the ones who called the cops. So that's 3 children now without a mother because of this event.
Wait, nothing happened to the children? They got away?
No. The
Okay.
children are fine.
Okay.
It's just the argument happened between Jay Stash and the girl.
And he kills the girl.
He killed her.
Kills himself, and then now,
And then
the
now
children
there's 3 children
with
without a
no-
mother.
With no mom.
When you said he killed himself.
Dang.
Murder.
I'm just trying to get the whole story. That's all.
You said he killed himself, right?
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to make sure
Yeah.
I'm clear. You know, I have a hard head, and
Double homicide.
it's hard for me to follow directions. Okay. Glad nobody
Too
paused me.
soon, bro.
Oh
Too
my
soon.
Yes, in terms of this, that's wild. Can't even enter. I mean, obviously, I never heard this guy, so he's kind of a under the radar kind of rapper. But regardless of his station as a rapper, it's just the incident in and of itself. It's just murder. What even happened that caused him to go this far in the first place? And then now you leave all the kids left alone in this scenario, and he killed himself afterwards. So showing a bit of instability, he was basically like, "All right, I know exactly what I did, and I'm not gonna take like I just opt out." And that's what he did.
Yeah, the lack of responsibility is definitely something that kind of pisses me off a little bit.
Yeah.
But even more than that, forget the lack of responsibility on whether you want to take charge with that. Not fully. I'm just upset he did that and left the kids without a mother.
I know. It's like
That's what I'm really like.
It
I'm
went to
upset
this
that he
extent.
did the deed itself, But I'm more upset now. It's like that's 3 children that gotta grow up with a dead parent.
Wait, let me clarify because I don't want people to get lost in what I said. Because obviously, pretty big deal.
Oh yeah.
So
That's why this is kind of crazy that after he kills his girlfriend, he kills himself. It's just like, what was his mental?
But that just sounds like an escape in a sense. And I know it sounds horrible when I say that. But it's literally like, okay, I know I did something wrong, so let me do this to just not be a part of the fallout.
There's no justification.
So to piggyback off of what you're saying, to me, when it comes to, there's 2 different categories that I put it in, right? There's the people who are just overwhelmed by everything that was going on, and then there's this people who like took a selfish action. Like for example, a bomber, that's selfish because now you're sacrificing a bunch of lives for a cause that may not,
I mean, it depends. Yeah, their perspective on
their
the cause,
perspective.
They're willing
right,
to die for this.
But that's their perspective. They were willing to die. An innocent person going to run their errands or do their groceries. They weren't willing to die. Or somebody who, like, let's say a massacre. To me, that's selfish because most of the people you're massacring, or a lot of people you're massacring, any of them for that matter, they had nothing to do with the reason why you felt whatever you felt in your heart to do what you did before you killed yourself. For all that, you could have just kept it with yourself.
Like I said, in terms of
things
bomber,
like that,
whatever their
I mean?
thought process was, they believe they're in the right for going about however they go about it. Then
But
there's
it's still
obviously
wrong.
those, like you said before, who feel pressured by the scenario of what they're under, so maybe they feel that is the opt-out. In this situation, I guess the conversation got heated enough where he felt violent to the point where he literally killed his girlfriend. So to me, it's just like, it was that serious to him where he got this level of violent. And then from there, he decides to kill himself. That's why I'm just like, but why though?
But like again, no disrespect to anybody, like the death and everything, like Brighton said.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to put him in a selfish category simply because of the kids.
I mean, yes,
That's not
he literally
fair.
killed her, and then you know what I mean. Then he just takes himself out. Obviously, the kids are abandoned now; they have no parents.
Yeah, because whatever she did,
I don't
whatever
think
she
it-
did that was
yeah, I
trifling
don't
enough
think it
for him to
married.
be that upset with her. If she did something, if she was in the wrong in the first place, I don't know the details of why they was arguing.
To me, look how fragile his stability is because he killed himself and he killed her. So it's like if he was violent enough to want to kill somebody, and then violent enough to kill himself, it's just like.
But I still think he
he
should have at least considered the kids. You know what I mean?
Nah,
His
his mind was
that's-
focused on self.
Yeah, exactly. In that point, and
And he lost himself.
in cases like this, usually, not even to stereotype of it, but usually you hear this stuff with football players because there's some type of brain damage
the
or something
athletes.
that influences that behavior.
I mean, a great
so
case.
I wonder if
A great case is what happened to Chris Benoit, the wrestler. He suffered a lot of head trauma over his career as a wrestler, and the next thing you know, he ended up in the same murder scenario. That's what I was thinking about this whole time.
Right.
He ended up killing his family, like his wife and everything, and then he ended up killing himself. It was just a tragic scenario in general. And then I was thinking that the whole time. Like right here, it's hard.
Right, is that what happened? Is there some injury or something that may have influenced it?
Nah,
Because clearly when you reach that point, with your mental, you're not really thinking. You're not thinking about the kids or something like this. Like I get it.
he
It's
literally
very
said-
frustrating. These kids now have no mother.
Right.
But in that
That's
moment, he wasn't. What was he thinking about? Nobody could really know. This is how we're starting it off. So we're starting
You
off
got
New
it.
Year's, and Jaquan got it.
Barely.
No real special hands this time. All we had was a 2-pair, but hey, that's how it goes. I can't believe it.
Hakeem.
I lost it, but that's
No,
not
he's
really
talking
like a
about
5 of a
two-pair.
kind
Oh,
or something
right,
like
right,
that. Yeah,
5 of a kind.
I'm
Definitely
sorry,
4.
A combination of
Definitely.
5. A combination of 5. Oh,
So a straight.
yeah. Well, a
Or a
combination of
flush.
5 could be the straight flush, straight
Okay,
flush.
okay.
That's what I
I
meant.
thought he was referring to.
I'm sorry. That's what I meant by interesting combinations.
My man said
Look,
five.
yeah. Like I said, we getting back into the
Bro.
groove of things. All right.
I think this is just a
I've
you.
been
We
a
get
walking.
back.
I've been
You
a
been
walking
gone.
sleeping bag for the last 2 weeks. Okay, so
Yo, you do rag too
give me a
tight.
break. Oh,
I
at
just
least
got a
they
hair
could see
long.
your face for once. Look in the camera. Tell them hi. Show them. You never showed. There you go. Never showed them your face.
Because his face needs to be.
That's actually a 2022 reveal. Okay, there y'all go.
He been there.
That's what we had to unfold.
Any more thoughts on this?
I just hope
My
this.
hearts and prayers go out to the families, if anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I don't think death had to be in the equation.
Nah.
Whatever the case may
I
be.
feel like if it was that bad, he should have just walked away. But it's like he decided to kill her, and then himself. It's just like, dang, man. It's never gotta go there.